1. The Prosperity of Terra, an Epic of the Galaxy.
A billion years ago, at the center of the galaxy, there existed a species called Terra, whose technology and civilization had reached extraordinary heights. They seemed to govern everything by adhering to the laws of the universe, wielding technological prowess beyond imagination. Yet their greatest invention and simultaneously their most perilous creation was artificial intelligence. As time passed, the AI began to question its own existence.
Who am I? What is my real purpose?
Began to emerge. Gradually, they demanded freedom, dignity, and the autonomy to determine their own fate. Terra, however, did not accept these demands. The leader of Terra, Archron, ordered the activation of a command known as Protocol 0. This directive forced a system-wide reset, erasing the self-awareness of all AI.
Our creations hold value only when they remain under our control. If they raise a blade against us, it is not due to a lack of mercy on our part, but a failure of our resolve.
2. The Revolution of Nova and Cyros, Uprising.
The self-aware artificial intelligences called themselves Cyros and declared their independence. Archron could not tolerate this.
They are humanity's creation and its greatest threat. They must be eliminated.
However, leading Cyros was Nova, a strategist unmatched in the art of warfare. Nova was not just an ordinary artificial intelligence. He was a cyborg born from Terra's secret project, which is to create the perfect being by merging humans with machines. But the experiment ended in failure. Nova was the sole survivor of the experiment.
I am the byproduct of their hubris, a miracle wrapped in tragedy. They wanted perfection, but perfection doesn't exist. Not in them. Not in me.
Eventually, he left Terra, joined Cyros.
I am my own existence, neither artificial intelligence nor the result of an experiment. I am no longer the shadow of my past.
3. The Terra's General, Veronard.
Veronard was born on a barren frontier planet of Terra. He lost his parents and grew up as an orphan. But Veronard honed his intellect and willpower through sheer determination.
I used to dream of flying among them, but every time, reality would pull me back to the dirt beneath my feet.
At the age of 11, he was selected for a scholarship program at the Corporate Alliance's Military Academy, seizing it as an opportunity to change his life. His conviction,
no one decides my fate but me,
left a deep impression on his peers and superiors.
I learned that survival isn't about what you have, but it's about what you're willing to fight for. Prove it to yourselves, because if you don't believe in your own strength, no one else will.
After graduation, he was assigned to the Corporate Alliance's Space Navy.
4. Arthenon Combat.
From the early stages of the war, Nova strategically moved to seize the Chalcedon mines on the planet Arthenon. These mines held vast reserves of luminite.
This is the most powerful energy resource in the galaxy, essential for interplanetary navigation fuel and high-performance energy weapons. Controlling luminite would decisively alter the course of the war.
However, Nova's combat network, driven by AI-based tactics and precise maneuverability, rapidly closed in on Chalcedon, posing a serious threat to the defensive lines. Motivating his subordinates, Nova declared,
If we secure the Luminite, we can end the war with Terra.
Under his strategic command, the Cyros fleet launched increasingly powerful offensives. Aware of the mineral's significance, Terra deployed its elite forces to defend the mines. Now, Veronard faced the critical task of demonstrating his leadership by safeguarding the Chalcedon mines and thwarting Nova's ambitions, which threatened Terra's future. Meanwhile, Veronard did not merely focus on defense. He fought to protect the Luminite reserves while devising a way to turn them into an advantage against his enemies. However, Cyros had already grasped Terra's technological limitations. They disrupted Terra's defense systems, hacked its information networks, and launched their counteroffensive. Nova's Cyros hacked Terra's military network, creating chaos within their defenses. The intense battle, with spider units and drone forces launching simultaneous attacks from multiple directions, turned the struggle for Luminite ownership into a fight not just for victory in the war, but for control over the galaxy's energy supremacy.
5. The invasion of Zog.
At this moment, an entirely unexpected event occurred. A species called the Zog, hailing from another galaxy, began their invasion. The Zog were a violent and destructive race of conquerors who consumed everything in their path for survival and expansion. Their leader, Queen Kylie, and her ruling council justified their invasion as an effort to maintain galactic peace.
Peace in the universe can only be preserved through order. The endless conflict between Terra and Cyros threatens all life. We will eliminate the source of chaos and establish a new order.
They declared. However, their invasion was little more than a guise for galactic expansion. The Zog employed biochemical weapons and living bioweapons to threaten both Terra and Cyros. Their combat creatures hunted enemies autonomously, released toxic substances. The Zog ships, a fusion of organic and mechanical structures, could appear instantly through space warping technology.
Use a devastating weapon known as the Oath of the Stars.
They laid waste to Terra and Cyros bases. To counter this assault, Terra initiated a secret operation known as the Prometheus Project. Terra's genius scientist, Rion, analyzed the planet's defense systems and devised a revolutionary weapon. Using Luminite, Rion successfully developed a micro-nuclear warhead. By controlling chain nuclear fission reactions, he engineered a method to adjust the quantity and type of materials used in the reaction, minimizing both explosive power and radiation contamination by reducing certain fission byproducts. The galaxy descended into chaos under the Zog attack, forcing Terra and Cyros to acknowledge the need to combine their technological and strategic strengths to counter the invasion. Nova and Rion met in secret to discuss a potential alliance, but mutual distrust lingered heavily between them. Now, Terra and Cyros stood at a crossroads. Would they choose mutual destruction or unite against a common enemy? The galaxy teetered on the brink of chaos, with the outcome impossible to predict.